Hey guys, this is Matt NES. So before we get into today's video, I actually have a couple of announcements to make. Did you know that Matt NES has an official Twitter page? Yes, indeed. You can follow me on Twitter at the 8-Bit Matt NES right now. If you want to hear my opinion on the latest in gaming news, if you want to check out my crappy Super Mario Maker 2 levels, or just hear about random crap that I'm talking about for the day, feel free to follow there. It's also a great way to keep up with new uploads on the channel and finding out when new videos are going up. One last quick announcement, we are getting really close to hitting the 50 subscriber count. And once we do that, I actually have kind of an exciting announcement to make. I know this is kind of an announcement of an announcement, but trust me, when we hit that 50 subscriber mark, you guys are going to want to hear what I have to say. Trust me, I'm going to be putting up a separate video, so if you guys aren't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because there's some exciting stuff coming up pretty soon. But with all that out of the way, let's get into today's video. They're low res, they got a choppy frame rate, and they're kind of fugly looking, but fuck it, I still think they're amazingly awesome. The ability to have full motion video cutscenes in video games was revolutionary back during the mid-90s. Let me tell you, man, some of these were absolute spectacles. They were wild, in your face, some of them were pretty weird, some kind of beautiful, but more often than not, they're accompanied by amazing music. And I personally think that the home of the best of these cutscenes definitely belongs on the PlayStation 1. And a lot of the best of these scenes come before you even hit the start button. Yes, we're talking about opening cutscenes on the PlayStation 1. And I'm gonna show you just a few of my favorites. Hey look, we're talking about Mega Man again. Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot on this channel, kids. Buckle up. Oh boy, but we got a twofer here. We're not just talking about one Mega Man game, we're talking about both Mega Man 8 and Mega Man X4, both released in 1996 to celebrate Mega Man's 10th anniversary. And oh boy, they celebrated big with these. Both games sport an amazingly dynamic anime opening cutscene. I'll tell you, man, seeing these games and all of its characters animated for the first time was absolutely mind-blowing as a kid. It's like Mega Man and X are flipping around, shooting at the screen, throwing robots at a stone wall and having it shatter. It's so fucking cool. Unfortunately, the coolness factor ends very quickly as soon as you start the game and any of these characters open their mouths.
What am I fighting for?
Yeah. Hey, but the opening cutscenes are still cool. Let's just keep holding on to that. Hey look, and both games have amazingly catchy J-pop songs for their intros. But only in the Japanese version, where the US version only gets a generic track over both of them. Why can't we ever have nice things? That aside though, these cutscenes still get me really pumped to play the game, and I find it really hard to hit the skip button when these pop up. Space, the final frontier. Except it's not, it's turning into these weird gray embers. And then we see this girl's face. Who is she? And why is she praying in this slum? She emerges from the alleyway that she was praying in to show the massive bustling city around her. The camera pans back to show more of this oppressive but sprawling metropolis. The camera continues to pull back until we have a full view of this dark city before us. Cue title card. Woo! That opening still gives me shivers, y'all. Yeah, if you couldn't already tell, Squaresoft were the poster boys for making incredibly awesome and epic opening cutscenes during the 5th generation of gaming. It would have been a crime to not mention Final Fantasy VII's opening. But there is another that I feel like that is even better than this one. Okay, so it starts off a little weak with just a shot of this book opening up and some flowery text appearing on screen. It's actually a little boring. And right before you're about to consider hitting the X button to skip this cutscene, then the music flares up as if to say, "Pay attention, bitch!" And then awesomeness ensues. You get a shot of this guy sailing through this massive tempest. There's an ominous dragon just floating in the middle of the air. There's a jester girl jumping up in midair for some reason. There's a panther man. There's whatever the f that thing is. There's a baby for some reason. What is this, Death Stranding? I don't know what the f is going on, but I am hyped to play this game. And are you listening to this music? I guess the message that I'm trying to send is that I think that Chrono Cross's opening is just a little amazing. Ooh, was it good for you? Ooh, I'm gonna have to cool off after that last one. Why don't we take a look at another opening that does something a little bit differently for me? This is the opening to Wild Arms, a JRPG for the PlayStation 1 released back in 1997. This is a game that, weirdly enough, combines high fantasy with the Wild Wild West of all things. And the song that plays with this opening definitely conveys those themes extremely well. Hearing that sad, lonely acoustic guitar riff, along with that whistling, it's something else, man. Overall, watching this opening definitely does get me in the mood for playing the game, but I think it also does something beyond that too. Whenever I do watch this opening, really strong memories flash back to when I first started playing this game. I get memories of talking to my friend Bill from middle school, talking me into trying to buy this game. I remember trying to pick this game up from Target. I remember being just a little short and my dad lending me the last 10 bucks that I needed to get it. I remember playing this game late into the night when I stayed over at my uncle's during the summer. I remember my uncle getting mad at me for playing this game for too long because he wanted to play me at Tekken instead. Strong memories of that time come rushing back to me whenever I watch this intro. And for that reason, watching this intro will always hold a special place in my heart. Man, the first time I saw that shot, I pretty much instantly fell in love with this game. I wanted to know everything about this world and its characters as soon as I laid my eyes on it. It was also kind of a coincidence that I really started getting into anime around this time. I found myself watching this intro every single time I booted up a session of this game, and I kind of pretended that it was an anime that I was playing through. I don't know, I was kind of a weird kid. Lunar Silver Star Story continues to be one of my favorite JRPGs of all time, and this intro really cements that. Okay, stop, 1 second, hold up. This is bugging me, I have to talk about this. There is one thing that has always really bugged me about this intro. Why is Alex wearing that hat? He never wears that hat throughout the entirety of the game, and the only time that it appears is in this intro. Why? Why is he wearing that? None of the other characters have anything like that. They all wear the same thing as they do in the game. So why does Alex only wear that hat in the intro? Oh, it's always annoyed me. Anyway, outside of that glaring omission, I still think this is an incredible intro, and I can't really help but get a little misty-eyed whenever I hear this song. Working Designs definitely did a great job on translating this song. Man, all that and we haven't even hit start yet. Alright, how about we end this video with a bang? Ooh, this opening. This motherfucking opening right here. This is pure hype. Squaresoft might be the champions in making incredibly epic opening cutscenes, but Namco definitely gives them a run for their money. I could have picked any of Namco's fighting games to fit this category, but why would I do that when I have the best one right here? Tekken 3. Just look at all of this crap that's happening. You got Lei running away from an explosion, Yoshimitsu fading in like he's the goddamn Predator, you got King banging the iron, getting jacked, you have Howrong giving his I don't give a f face. Out of all that though, I think this moment with Forest Law is probably one of my more favorites. Smooth move, X-Lax. Look, I know I've said this a few times in this video, but listen to this music! God, watching this thing is like sensory overload, man. Oh, I needed a break after watching that. Oh, right, there's the actual video game portion to this video game. So one last quick bonus thing before we wrap this up. This isn't necessarily a FMV per se, but I thought I'd still mention it. If you wait a little bit of time before hitting start, you actually get this neat little sequence with all the characters doing various martial arts poses. And of course, we got more of that funkadelic techno music blasting your balls off with awesomeness. Man, watching this is actually getting me in the mood to get into martial arts again. You know, if I wasn't so fat, out of shape, and or lazy. So there you have it, guys. Some of my favorite openings for the PlayStation 1. I know it's kind of a weird topic to bring up, but I don't know, it's something unique, and I haven't seen it on YouTube before, so I thought, why not? But anyways, guys, I want to remind you again, we're really close to hitting that 50 subscriber mark. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not, because I got that super exciting announcement coming up. And if you guys want to further help out the channel, make sure to hit the bell icon to be notified for future videos, and also liking the video would be a super big help. And also, let me know in the comments what your favorite opening in video games are. It doesn't necessarily have to be one from the PlayStation 1. Let me know what opening cutscene you like the best in video games. But anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you later.